In this video, we will talk about different methods of retrieving data in your QTP tests or QTP scripts. There can be a number of ways using which you can get data in your QTP tests. The easiest way would be to use the data table found at the bottom of QTP's IDE. However, this approach is restrictive in the sense that you don't get a centralized place to store your data. Every time you wish to make some changes in the supplied data, you would need to open QTP. Now, this is not a convenient method. In such cases, you may go for importing the Excel sheets stored in your file system. Another advanced way of dealing with data or Excel sheet is that you can simply use external Excel sheets without even importing them in your test. This is done using something known as Excel automation model. In this video, we will talk about 3 methods of retrieving data using a simple example. Those 3 methods would be making use of data table present at the bottom of QTP's IDE, importing external Excel sheets into data table, and Excel automation model. To demonstrate these methods, we will take help of username password edit boxes found in web-based flight reservation sample application. Method number 1. In this method, we will retrieve values using data table found at the bottom of QTP's IDE. Simply replace the fixed values with data table.value in parentheses column name, comma DT global sheet. Or data table.value column name, comma DT local sheet. In case you are retrieving values from global sheet, you can ignore the last argument and simply write data table.value and in parentheses column name. So our statement would become like this. If you would run this action, you will be able to retrieve the values from data table. Method number 2. In this method, we will first import an Excel sheet to our data table at runtime, and then we will retrieve values from it. We have created an Excel sheet in the file system and named the columns. Remember that the first row of your external Excel sheet would become column names once it gets imported in the data table. Here is the syntax to import data table. The first argument will be the path of Excel workbook that is stored in your file system. Second argument denotes the Excel sheet you wish to import from the workbook. Numeral 1 means that you want to import the first sheet from the workbook. Instead of numeric value, you can also write the name of Excel sheet here in quotes. The third argument denotes the destination, that is the data sheet in your QTP data table where you wish to import it. In case you wish to import it to global data table, you can write global in quotes. Again, here you can write numeric values instead of string value. So you can replace the string global with numeric 1 and it will still work fine. Just remember that the numeral should not be in quotes. Now you can close the external Excel sheet and run the action, and QTP will be able to retrieve values from the data table. Method number 3. In this method, we will not import an Excel sheet to our data table. Rather, we will interact with it directly using an advanced concept called Excel automation model. This is one of the best methods of working with Excel sheets, and it gives a lot of flexibility in the hands of QTP test scripts developer. We will first create an instance of Excel object and connect to the external Excel sheet. You can download this particular script using the link given at the bottom of this video. For ease of use, we have created a function and we will pass Excel file path and name of the sheet that we wish to import to this function. Function will return username and password values using these 2 statements. The return value is stored inside the user credentials array. We will then use the corresponding values of user credentials array to set username and password values. If you now run the action, QTP will be able to retrieve values from the external sheet. Hope you like the 3 methods of importing Excel sheets. Thank you for watching this video. In case you have any questions, feel free to let me know.